Hey, listen! I think you should buy a Wii U in 2014. I know, but let's relax for a minute. It's natural to be suspicious, and things aren't exactly looking rosy for Nintendo's latest tablet meets console thing. The one that's barely powerful enough to run a bath, and the machine 2/3 of the world still just thinks is an add-on for the original Wii. Yes, that one. Just think about buying one, okay? Let's be honest, nobody is buying a Wii U because it's their heart's desire to play an inferior version of Call of Duty Ghosts with hobbled online modes. The third-party support for this machine is in a really bad place, but the Wii U has a trump card that the PS4 and the Xbox One just don't have. It's home to first-party Nintendo games. Nintendo games are wonderful. They are. And look, of course I'd rather Nintendo took a few more risks when it came to new IP or fancy new titles. But when Nintendo is on top form, it's better than 100 Xbox One and PlayStation 4 launch lineups combined. Knack, please. The Wii U has Super Mario 3D World, which is phenomenal. Easily one of the best platforming games in years, and if you think you're too cool for Mario games, then I'm sorry, but we can't be friends. Elsewhere, there's Pikmin 3, which is definitely worth a punt, and The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD is an incredible restoration of a classic. There's also the wonderful 101, which has some really fiddly moments, but hey, it's still better than Rise. And yes, I've only mentioned a handful of games so far, but there's some more games coming in 2014. So far, we've got Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and Bayonetta 2 all on the way. Seriously, Bayonetta 2. Platinum Games might be about as commercially successful as trying to flog Christmas crackers in June, but Bayonetta 1 was beyond brilliant, and I'll be there on day one for the sequel. I think the current $300 price tag is far too off-putting, but there's absolutely no way that price isn't going to come down before the holiday season, because if Nintendo doesn't do it officially, the retailers will. And the Wii U's main gambit is still the gamepad. I mean, it's not going to be the specs, is it? This controller lets you play games away from the TV and occasionally features some bits in games where you've got to slide your fingers around it. It feels big, bulky, and too plasticky, and boy, I can tell you that the thing needs charging more than I would think possible. But this is a company still able to work wonders with the hardware. I cannot fathom how anyone can take a peek at Super Mario 3D World in action and not think it looks like everything good in the world distilled into a single disc of bounding glory. It looks great, and just imagine what they could do with the upcoming Zelda game. It feels like long-standing gaming fans are relishing the opportunity to kick the company when it's down. And that's crazy! I think Steel Diver sucks as much as the next guy, but I would absolutely hate to live in a world without Nintendo in it. The Wii U is by no means an essential machine, but quality software is starting to trickle in, and nobody else makes games quite like Nintendo. I'd rather install Skynet on my PC than allow a future where Nintendo ends up churning out something as atrocious as the 2006 reboot of Sonic the Hedgehog. And if that means buying a Wii U in 2014, then I best get my credit card.